Attention parents and students, maybe you're getting ready for college. Well, it's time to get to work now because the free application for federal student aid, it's known as FAFSA, has moved up the date for you to apply. So it's a big deal.
Yeah, it is. The first day to get in your financial aid application used to be on January 1st. Now it's October 1st, which means we're already a month into the application process. And the longer you wait to submit, the more money you stand to miss out on. So here to explain some of the changes and give us more details and help us out is Governor State University Vice President, Dr. Randy Schneider. So good morning, welcome, and help.
Good morning. I'm thrilled to be here and happy to help.
Yes, thank goodness. Because if you're headed to college for the first time, or even if you're like Melissa and you've gotten to be kind of an expert at it because you've had kids going through it, tell us what the free application for federal student aid is and how we can apply.
Okay. The FAFSA technically is the application that students, and often their parents, will apply for federal aid, but that's just technical. It's also the application used for state and institution aid as well, grants, loans, student work budgets. Student work, federal work study budgets are usually what offices at a university use to help pay students who work there and have great jobs.
So, okay, and why did they change it? Why is it October? And we do want to remind people, as we just mentioned, that like it is, the money runs out, so it's first come, first serve, right?
Right.
Why'd they change it?
Why'd they change it?
Yeah.
Well, here's my theory, and I think it's a great theory. The past, when you applied in January, I don't even want to use that word here today.
Right.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, folks would wait until they finished their taxes before applying, but waiting wasn't a good idea because those dollars do run out. Okay, so for us, you want to do October because we're going to be using the prior year taxes. It's a fancy new federal word.
Oh, prior.
Prior, if you want. Prior year taxes. So you'll do your FAFSA this year. So if you're going to apply for fall of 17, you're using your taxes from 2015.
The ones that you filed already this year.
Prior year. So those should be done.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's
that makes
what's good, because then you don't have to wait and sweat it out for the new year. So it does kind of make sense. All right, so what are some of the other myths? Because we know that it's not about, waiting until you get something new. We know about the new date, but some people have some misconceptions about who should be even filling this out. But it sounds like some of that is incorrect.
Absolutely. Here are some myths. Here's one of my favorites. I have to have great grades.
Okay.
We all want to have great grades. Parents out there, we're not saying your students shouldn't have great grades, but you don't. Grades have nothing to do with need-based federal and state aid.
Okay.
So whether you're a great student or not, do the FAFSA. Another myth, I'm too old. One of my very favorite stories on the internet is an 89-year-old woman in Florida who wanted a bachelor's degree, applied, got Pell, and that's what paid for her degree.
Yes, I love it.
So you're not too old. Another myth is
people making too much money or thinking they make too much, right?
Thinking they make too much money. It's not a good idea to second-guess the federal government. Do that. I mentioned a few minutes ago that work study budget, for instance. If you haven't done the FAFSA, some universities won't be able to pay you to do student worker jobs, which are great opportunities.
I did work study when I was in college, and it got me through. I mean,
even if you think you might make enough money to pay for school alone, get that FAFSA done. You never know. Do the FAFSA, do it early.
And people think that if they did it last year or the year before, they don't have to do it again.
Oh,
That's another huge myth. You have to do that every year.
It even pays you high. She's like, every year.
Every year.
So that's
we
a big
want you to do
one.
the FAFSA. Absolutely.
Right.
Beginning October 1st.
Right.
Yes.
October.
From now on.
So this is a good time right now. I mean, you can
Do
really
it
get in
now.
on it. Yeah.
To get it done before the holidays, because you know you're about to get busy.
Absolutely.
Now, there is also help for undocumented students who don't have the eligibility to fill out a FAFSA, correct?
That's correct. Dreamers or undocumented students would not do the FAFSA, should not do the FAFSA. But there are resources out there. A couple of things I'm going to mention. There's an organization, go to IACAC.org, and there's some great information there for undocumented students, as well as call the financial aid office of the school you want to attend and say, I need help, and they will help you.
Oh, that's good. And then finally, don't forget about other resources, correct? Like private institutions.
Scholarships.
Scholarships, private. take
apply.
care of looking under every rock. You don't want to make assumptions about what's out there. Talk to your financial aid office, go online, go through financial aid websites so that you know you're getting legitimate opportunities. It's really important to look at your churches, synagogues, other religious organizations, unions. There are so many different ways to look for large and small legitimate
Right.
scholarships.
Okay, good stuff.
Yeah, and those little bits really do add up.
Yep.
I am a living testament to that. Thank you so much,
that's the
Dr.
truth.
Schneider.
A pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yep.
If you would like to learn more about FAFSA, you can visit govst.edu. Go FAFSA. And more about Governor State University, you can attend their open house Friday, November 11th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
All right.
There you go.
Get on it and get on it now.